Mr. Ruddock, thanks for coming in.
It has been too long, Brian.
Yes. You've expressed regret this week.
Yes, I have.
About the length of time the Australian government held children in detention.
Yes, that's correct.
This was when you were in government?
Yes, that's right.
And what was your portfolio at the time?
I was the Federal Immigration Minister.
And who were the children?
The children, Brian, were the children of people seeking asylum in Australia.
And they were put in detention?
Yes, that's right.
Is that normal?
It was normal at that time, Brian.
And now, as I understand it, you regret that?
I regret the length of time that those children were kept in detention.
Yes, and did you speak to the Immigration Minister at the time?
I was the Immigration Minister at the time.
Oh, so you regret yourself?
I do not regret myself, Brian. I regret that those children were not released earlier than they were.
Well, why weren't the children released earlier?
Because of a lack of funding.
Oh, so there's hidden costs in opening a gate, is there?
That is a facetious remark, Brian, and I shall ignore it.
Tell me, what are the costs of letting children out of jail then?
The children, Brian, were not in jail.
Well, what was it called then, this place where children were incarcerated for longer than you now think they should have been?
The children, Brian, as I have repeatedly said, were in detention.
And you would have liked extra funding for what reason?
I said I regret, Brian, the fact that we did not have extra funding.
Yes, but why do you regret that?
We could have built a better jail.
For the children?
For the children, Brian.
Right. And some toys, perhaps?
What are toys?
Mr. Ruddock, you've also expressed some misgivings about the handling of the Dr. Hanif's case.
There was no case against Dr. Hanif.
Well, that's right. No case was brought against Dr. Hanif, but you've got some concerns about the way that this matter was handled.
There was an investigation by the police, Brian, and there was an investigation by ASIO, and it could be the view of the law that those investigations compromised one another.
And did you speak to the Attorney-General at the time?
I was the Attorney-General at the time.
So, will we be hearing more of your regrets?
I imagine I may have yet further regrets over time, Brian, yes.
As you think about what you did?
I do not regret what I did.
But you did everything you've regretted so far?
I regret having been put in the position where I was forced to do those things.
For 11 years?
For 11 years.
Right. Thanks for your time.
I shot the albatross.